So I just want to give a quick shout out to our boy Loki for busting this multiverse wide open. Hey guys, welcome back to Canon Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing Marvel's new show, What If? Episode 1. Now, this episode really just sets the tone of what we're going to get in this animated series. I'm not someone who really gravitates towards animated series, and I know that I should because I watched Invincible earlier this year and it was absolutely fantastic. The animation was beautiful, but most importantly, what we have to look at is the story. The storytelling is next level for these animated shows. The voice cast is fantastic for these animated shows, and they do deserve a recognition. Now, for What If Episode 1, we are introduced to Jeffrey Wright's The Watcher, and the Watcher oversees all, just like the audience, but we can't really do anything about it. So we get to dive fully into the multiverse in What If. And now in this episode, as you can see, I am wearing my Captain America hat, and it was made by my good friend at Stefano Bove _art on Instagram. Go give him a follow. He made this hat, he made my Loki cap, and I am repping my Captain America squad for episode 1 because we are introduced to Captain Carter. That's right, our girl Peggy Carter is back in the MCU in this first episode, and we see her become Captain Carter instead of Steve Rogers, which was such a treat. It was really great to go back to that era and see, pre-serum Steve, to see Peggy, to see our boy Bucky Barnes and the Howling Commandos and Howard Stark. It was really great to go back in time to even see Red Skull because he is a very notable villain as well. It really opens all the doors to see where this timeline is and what they do in this timeline. So the first episode, I got really excited. I got amped because we have another Captain America. And I know what people are thinking. We just got Sam Wilson officially as Captain America. And a lot of people are saying that Peggy is kind of stealing his thunder. And I'm like, that is literally impossible. But it's just nice to play around with the possibilities, and that's what this show does. It's the endless possibilities of what if Peggy Carter became Captain Carter instead of Steve Rogers taking up the mantle and taking the serum and becoming Captain America. So just to go back, like I said, to that time frame, the animation is the only thing that I wasn't fully on board with in the first episode, but the voice acting really elevated it and made me kind of forget what kind of style they were doing. But you kind of just roll with it because it's Marvel. We rolled with Loki. They were explaining the multiverse to us, and we had to sit there with our little notepad like we did every single week and write down what all of this means. So now that he busted that door wide open, we have this first episode change everything. We have a Captain Carter instead of a Captain America and Captain Steve Rogers. So it was really cool to kind of see Peggy front and center. I love seeing her in action. They had little nods to like the first Avenger, which I really appreciated. Love seeing the Howling Commandos back in action. So it was a lot of fun, and you got to see a different layer of these characters. You saw a different side of Steve. We got pre-serum Steve, that scrawny kid from Brooklyn. We see a different side of him as a sidekick instead of being the leading man in that case. So I thought that was really interesting, and to see that kind of dynamic between Peggy and Steve and watch that grow within this first episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm a sucker for Captain America content, so this first episode just warmed my heart and made me fall in love with the other possibilities that this series can actually present to all of us. So the ending of episode 1 is something that really left me kind of like, what? Like, what happened? They kind of had to do that. You have to hook us somehow, right? So the ending of the first episode, I was shaken because the Tesseract transports Peggy to 2012 Avengers, and we're just sitting there like, she's there with Clint Barton. She's there with with Nick Fury, the same like entrance way in the 2012 live action Avengers movie where Loki steps in with the Tesseract. So it was just really weird to kind of see Peggy go there, and now she is the version of Captain America that is in that timeline with Nick Fury and Clint Barton. So I thought that was really wicked to end the episode on that. And I don't really know if they're going to go back to that. I mean, there are 10 episodes, a million and one MCU characters, so I don't really know what they're going to do with that. But episode 1 really got me excited to see what was going to happen, how they were going to do things. I do love that there's a voiceover narration from the Watcher explaining things a bit more, because we do need explanations, guys. We can't just like be in limbo like what's happening. I really love Jeffrey Wright's voice. I think it's a perfect tone for the Watcher. I love the opening credits. I love that they changed the Marvel logo. They made it kind of more animated to match the animation style. I really enjoyed that. The only issue with these episodes is that not everyone in the voice cast is the actual actor from the MCU. So that connectivity that we have to certain voices, like the second I heard Sebastian Stan, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's our boy Bucky, like that's fine. I'm not saying that it's completely necessary to have these actors, but it does kind of take you out of the fact that it is connected, that it is canon to the rest of the MCU if we don't have certain actors voicing these characters. So to me, it's like, especially in the first episode, because Steve Rogers is either on the moon, retired, or like dead, we're obviously not going to get Chris Evans voicing Pre-Serum Steve, so it makes complete sense. It does take you out a bit, but then it brings you back in because you're just excited to see other layers of these characters, especially with Peggy Carter. We get to see more of her. So for me personally, we have like Sam Wilson as Captain America. We had Steve Rogers as Captain America. We now have Peggy Carter as Captain Carter. I did pre-order the Funko Pop already because I just fell in love with her, and I am a Captain America stan through and through. So I will have all 3 Captain Americas right now with my Funkos. But the one person that I really would love to see hold the shield in another What If episode would definitely be Bucky Barnes as Captain America. So hopefully that happens in a What If episode, maybe in like the 2nd season or something like that. I think would be really cool, just so we can have all of them explored, or else this first one just really warmed my heart, got me excited for this series. So episode 1 was definitely fun. I really loved it. Please check out What If. It was so good. It was really well done, and I'm excited to see what else they have in store. If you guys enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMXNDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I will be chatting about all the Marvel shows coming up, the movie Shang-Chi we have in September, which I'm really stoked for. So come join in on the conversation, guys. I will be live every single Wednesday over at Movie Files. We are chatting about the What If episodes. Again, we're doing a live panel discussion. Come check us out. We'll be chatting about these episodes and spiraling as we always do. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.